What's good, y'all? Kyle Loftus here, and today we are talking about how to properly reach out to brands and businesses for work. Now, before we dive into the details here, I do want to briefly mention, you shouldn't be reaching out to brands and businesses for work right off the bat. Now, maybe when you get 10, 15 years into your career, or you're just at a huge level like Sam Calder, Jacob Owens, you've got huge amounts of leverage in your industry, well then maybe you can, right off the bat say, hey, I love what you guys are doing, let's work together. But first and foremost, I think it's very, very vital that you build and foster a relationship. You gotta build that trust. The way I like to think about it is formulating a new friendship. I'm not gonna let someone I just met watch our dog at our house with, my couple $1,000s worth of gear while I go off to Mexico for a week vacation. That's not gonna happen. I don't trust them yet. I need to build that trust. It's the same thing when you're reaching out to a brand or a business. First and foremost, you need to show them love, show support, show that you truly care about their brand and their business, and that you're also invested in the community, be that filmmaking, the fitness industry, the music industry, if you're trying to work with music artists, the wedding industry, being a part of the wedding community in your local market and area. And additionally, again, with that, guys, just showing true and genuine support. And through that, again, they're gonna start to trust and rely on you more. And over time, they're gonna see that you truly do really care about their brand and their business, and that you really do wanna, help it move forward. So foster that relationship first and foremost, build that trust, and then you can go into your pitch. And so, when we're pitching to brands and businesses, there's a couple different ways you can think about it. One, you can pitch via email or social media. Oftentimes, I get a lot of creatives asking me, Kyle, how do I get more brands and businesses to work with? I send them my email, I custom cater 2 to 3 sentences, and I put out my demo reel, but there's always the same response. And it's a couple different variations, but it's either, thanks for reaching out, but we just don't have the marketing budget right now. Thanks for reaching out, but we've already allocated all of our resources and our budget elsewhere. Thanks for reaching out, but we're not looking to collaborate at this time, etc. It's just everything kind of along those same lines. And the reason being is because, or more often than not, first and foremost, you don't have trust with the brand and the business. So build that trust and that relationship first. Make sure that you're someone they recognize, that they know, that they've seen your name pop up time and time again. So again, show that support, build that relationship first. And the second one is because there's nothing truly tangible that you're giving them. Just reaching out with an email is not enough anymore. They're getting flooded with emails every single day. Whether it's Rogue, Gymshark, Thursday Boots, Topo Designs, Timberland, it doesn't matter. All these big brands and businesses, they are getting hundreds, if not thousands of emails a day from people who want a paid project or just to collaborate or just a free piece of gear in exchange for work. So is sending an email with 3 to 4 custom catered sentences really gonna set you apart? No. And it's not going to excite the potential client. So you need to give them something tangible. And so this is where spec ads and or pitch decks and treatments come into play. So first and foremost, spec ads, you guys have heard me talk about that before. Spec ads are an incredible use. They help showcase the kind of work that you're trying to produce, as well as the kind of work you can produce, right? So again, if you're trying to work with adventure and fitness-based brands, make a spec ad relative around boxing, or again, make a spec ad for Rogue clothing or for Gymshark's clothing, and do it with a local fitness athlete, be that CrossFit or a bodybuilder. And once you create that spec ad, you can pitch that with the email. Think about it like short films. Oftentimes people make short films for film festivals, be that Sundance, Raindance, and through that, they're able to get the funding for the feature film. It's the same thing with your spec ads. So you can use and create these spec ads on a more minute budget, but showcase what is possible and pitch that to them. Say, hey, you know, this is what I created. I really love your brand, yada, yada. I really want to work with you guys. You know, feel free to use this however you please. But I'd love to, you know, create this into a campaign series of where we release a video every month, where we specifically feature an athlete every month, you know, a Gymshark athlete. And so again, guys, utilizing that spec ad is going to give them something tangible. They can really see what your potential is, see the direction you're trying to go and what you're trying to create and do with them in this partnership. Now, you know, if you don't have the time for a spec ad, because that is a big commitment, you know, finding the talent, building out the storyboard, doing all that pre-production, actually producing and shooting it, then the post-production, I mean, there's a lot that goes into making a spec ad. So maybe you don't have all the time for that. Well, the next best thing I think you can do is a pitch deck or a treatment. And a treatment and a pitch deck are very, very similar. Really, the main difference is a pitch deck is giving actual numbers and figures, you know, explaining this is the budget I'm looking for, you know, this is how much these different things are going to cost. Whereas a treatment can be more general in that it's more just showcasing the visuals, right? It's giving them a visual experience. So it gives them a mood board of this is the kind of tonality we're going for, this is the colors we're going for, this is the type of composition we're going for, and then it gives some brief copy, you know, explaining this is the kind of synopsis, this is the shooting style, you know, is it going to be shaky or is it all going to be on a gimbal? You know, again, it just communicates and translates as much as possible about what you're trying to do with this particular project. And it goes so far, guys, if you can utilize these methods. Again, this is going to set you apart from the competition, and that is the most important part. We are overwhelmed. Everyone is overwhelmed with information overload, literally. And again, guys, these brands are getting contacted day in and day out. So if you really want to set yourself apart, create a spec ad, create a pitch deck, create a treatment, and ship that out with your email as well. You know, give them something tangible to look at and say, hey, you know, I'm truly committed to you guys. I really want to create this. You know, I already invested all this time. You know, I've shown you my support in the past. I mean, again, you don't have to write this in the email, but this is what's going to be communicated and translated to them, right? They already trust and know who you are. You've been committed. You've been supporting them. Now you shoot them an email and you send with this email a treatment or a pitch deck, or even better, if you can, a spec ad. And this is really showing them like, wow, this kid really loves our brand and he really wants to work with us. Maybe we should give this guy a shot. And lastly, guys, before we wrap up this quick little tutorial help video, tip video, if you will, the last little thing I want to talk about is make sure to follow up. Far too many of you guys, I know, are giving up after that first email. If they say no, that's all right. Say, okay, I totally understand. Is it all right if I put you on my contact list and stay in touch? And so what do? You put them on your monthly newsletter, and every single month you're sending them, or every single week you're sending them the new videos you're putting out. All the new badass, high production, killer videos you're putting out, you're sending them. And what does that do? That keeps you top of mind. That keeps you top of mind. I'm gonna keep on repeating that, top of mind, which is so important, guys. You don't wanna reach out, have a good impression on them, but they just don't have the marketing budget, and then you go away. You crawl back in your corner. Stay on the top of mind. You know, I've had so much success with this myself, with music video artists, and even of recently, you know, shooting out my treatment template. You guys have been seeing for the examples here in this B-roll to Jeremiah's Italian Ice. You know, I won them over with this video treatment. So again, guys, those are just some quick tips and techniques you need to utilize when contacting brands and businesses for work. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If there's anything you got more questions on, please drop a comment below. If you did like the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, would mean a lot to me. And share this with a friend. You know, you have the potential to help someone out, to give them that next level up. Don't be selfish. Don't save this for yourself. Share it. There's plenty of people out there that need information like this, that need the help. So be that helping hand. If you can reach one, teach one. Y'all know the deal. I'm Kyle Loftus, aka Cal Visuals, and I'm signing out.